Has God given you a vision as to something you're hoping for? What is it? Why is it important to you? Um, the other night, we were worshiping and uh, we were singing a song called Something Beautiful by Need to Breathe. And Mr. Garner told us to all start praying for the Lord to just show us something that we could be hoping for, something that He would do within our team that would blossom us into something beautiful that God could use. And as I started thinking and praying about something that the Lord could show me, I could just picture our team that we have here in Nashville as we go to the different countries that we're going to go to in El Salvador and Uganda. And I know that even in those places that we're going to be able to facilitate and participate in some youth conferences that are going to take place there. And even the way that Mr. Garner put it, the word blossoming and the way that could manifest within our team, I think impacted me because of even how we can be growing on individual levels and on corporate levels, and how even many of us have had this desire to know the Lord, to seek Him, and many of us have even been studying His Word for a few years at this point. And I think that for that reason, and even just the hunger for God that each and every one of us share, I think that God is being given a lot to work with, and I think that in that there's a lot of potential for even impact in us, and also to the people that we're going to be trying to minister to in these developing countries. So when I even just was considering that in my mind, I think that the Lord was showing me just this picture of us in these like pavilions in El Salvador and in Uganda, both just worshiping with the young people that are there at the youth conference, and even just the picture that it captured of us being able to not bring answers because we're white, or because we're rich or privileged, or because we're even necessarily more educated than they are, but we can bring hope and we can bring light because we know who God is, and we can be confident in that. And that type of lordship that we can submit to Jesus is going to be the thing that can even change communities. It's what can change people inside and out. That's what the gospel is the ability to change communities whenever the word of God is implemented, when it is believed and it's lived out. And that type of obedience, that type of submission to Jesus as Lord, it can bring salvation to people. And I think that vision of us just being able to worship with them, even our age mates, even guys in Africa who even might be older than me as a 21-year-old, you can still be a youth in Africa for as long as you're single. But even with all of those people that we're going to get to be spending time with, I think that we can even just inspire them with the example that we set, because of the way that we can set our minds on things that are above. Not that is something that they're incapable of or whatever else, but it's something that can be demonstrative. It's something that can be duplicable and implementable, and something that they can look at and say, this is possible for me because, these people aren't even from my country. These people aren't even from my culture. And it's not that type of nationality that brings a knowledge of God, but it's just this pursuit of Him and who He is, and the way that He's revealing Himself. And so I think that is something that is very exciting to be able to share. And for that reason, I feel as though the Lord is going to be calling more laborers, even across the nations, to be able to be people who are different from the rest of the world, and who are equipped to build His kingdom, even here and now. It's near, and it's not fully here yet, but I just have that vision for the way that it's going to be further manifested.